Overthinking. If someone asks, post-COVID-19, what are the most prevalent health problems continuing to affect people? Mental health problems. And according to experts, what sits at the top of the list of mental health problems? Overthinking. Overthinking means thinking beyond limits, excessive rumination. Today, we're going to talk about three things. Number one, how does overthinking happen? The neuroscience behind it. Number two, how can someone figure out if they are suffering from overthinking? We have a tool for that. And number three, we will talk about its impact on the body. So, let's start by understanding one fundamental thing. All the activities in our brain, according to neuroscience, are grouped into two major networks. The brain has many parts: frontal cortex, prefrontal cortex, hypothalamus, medulla oblongata, pons, so many. But all these parts collectively perform just two types of work. In short, we call them TPN and DMN. TPN stands for Task Positive Network. DMN stands for Default Mode Network. Let me explain this in a very simple way. When I was preparing the notes for this lecture, at that time, my brain was running on TPN, the Task Positive Network. All the parts of my brain knew, brother, we need to focus. I had to deliver something. I had to make decisions. Should I use this term or that term? When making the PowerPoint, should I use this image or that one? When you have to make conclusive decisions, when you have to deliver something with reference to others, at that time, the mode, the network in which your brain's wiring and chemicals work is called the Task Positive Network, TPN. Now, the other type of work happens when you are engaged in different activities. Different meaning you are daydreaming, sitting and just thinking about anything. We're excluding sleep here. We're talking about when you are awake. Number two, when your thoughts are wandering. One thought here, one thought there. Number three, when you work on self-reflection. At that time, your brain is in the DMN phase, the default mode network. Think of it this way. Our brain works through networking, and for today's topic, we can consider two primary networks, the Task Positive Network, TPN, and the Default Mode Network, DMN. So the hero of today's discussion is going to be the Default Mode Network. So when a person is in TPN, in Task Positive Mode, they are in decision-making mode. Should I do this work or not? Decision-making happens only when your brain is in this mode. Secondly, at this time, you process seen things. If something passes by, a car, anything, you will pay attention to it. Third, you prefer to perform executive functions, giving directions, delivering tasks. All these tasks are done via the TPN. What does the default mode network do? The DMN says, brother, decisions can wait. First, let's sit and daydream. How does daydreaming happen? Generally, it happens through time travel. Can we travel in time? We can. How? We're not talking about a time machine here, but mental time travel. Like I sit and remember, when I was young, we used to go to the fields. In this season, the mustard plants would be knee-high. There would be water in the fields, and in the morning, such fog would settle that when we went out, we'd get wet from the mist. I am time traveling, right? Going 40 years back through my mental processing. Then the third thing a person does at this time is that their decision-making becomes poor. Why? Because the person will continuously engage in self-reflection. What is self-reflection? Analyzing one's own role, one's own position, whether in a relationship, in society, or related to career. So if these three things are happening, daydreaming, thinking randomly during the day, time travel, thinking about the past, and self-reflection, analyzing oneself, these three tasks are the identity of the default mode network. If a person is making decisions, doing sensory processing, performing executive functions, which network are they in? Task Positive Network. Now here's an important point. You don't need a long test. Just ask yourself these three core questions. The replay test. Do you regularly replay past conversations, thinking what you should have said? The sleep test. When you try to sleep, does your brain bring up tomorrow's worries or today's regrets? The decision test. Do simple decisions, what to eat, what to wear, feel overwhelming? If you answered often or always to even one of these, you're dealing with overthinking. If you said often, always to two or more, this next part is especially for you. the physical toll. Overthinking isn't just mental. When your DMN is hyperactive, 1. Muscles tense up. You're always on guard. 2. Digestion suffers. Gut-brain connection breaks. 3. Sleep gets disrupted. Cortisol stays high at night. 4. Focus disappears because TPN is suppressed. This isn't philosophy, it's biology. Your body pays the price. Breaking the loop. The good news, you can break the loop at its weakest point, the first why me thought. Here are 3 practical tools. Tool 1, the 5-second interrupt. When the why me thought starts, immediately count backward 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and do something physical. Stand up, stretch. This interrupts the DMN. Tool 2, the evidence versus story switch. Ask, is this thought based on evidence or story? Most overthinking is storytelling. Switch to evidence-based thinking. Tool 3, scheduled worry time. Give your DMN 15 minutes daily to overthink on paper. Write every worry. Outside this time, when thoughts come, say, not now. I have my appointment with you at 5 p.m. One practice that balances TPN and DMN naturally. Morning, start with 5 minutes of a TPN activity, making your bed, planning your day, a puzzle. Evening, do a 2-minute brain dump. Write whatever comes to mind. This trains your brain. TPN gets morning priority, DMN gets evening expression. No battle. Remember, your brain is trying to protect you through overthinking. It's just overdoing its job. You're not broken, you have an overprotective security system. The goal isn't to eliminate the DMN, the goal is balance. The DMN gives you creativity, reflection, memories. The TPN gives you action, decisions, presence. Your task isn't to stop thinking. Your task is to notice when thinking stops serving you and use these tools to regain balance. Start today. Notice one why me thought. Interrupt it. Do one small TPN task. You've already taken the first step by watching this. Share one insight you're taking away in the comments below. And if this helped, share it with someone who overthinks too, because they probably won't ask for help. Stay happy, stay blessed. Love you all. Thank you.